Hello guys, this is Mohit Goda from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering from Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So today's concept is machine reference model. So this is a machine reference model structures. So what is machine reference model? Right, machine reference model is when an execution environment is virtualized at unlike levels of in stack of computations, then it requires a reference model which defines the interfaces with the levels of abstractions. Right, at the base layer, the model for the hardware is declared as manifested on terms of an architecture, that is an ISA. In the machine reference model, we have in mind three concepts, that is an ISA, which is an instruction set architecture, which is between the operating systems, right? Between the operating systems and then hardware, and then ABI, application binary interfaces, which is between the libraries and operating systems and application interfaces, right? There is an between the applications and then libraries. So this is a structure of a machine reference model where we having also libraries. Through libraries, right, this is applications where user can interfaces, right? User can throw in user interfaces applications, then you make an users of an libraries and make a system calls to an operating systems and ISA. So through this you can access an hardware. Those who are developers, right, API developers, they need to access an hardware through an operating system. Coming to an instruction set architecture, which defines the instruction set for the processor, registers, memory, and interrupt management. It is an interface between the software and hardware, and it is mandatory for the operating system developer, right? Developers of applications who directly manages the core hardware, so they need to use an hardware. The operating system layer is separated by the application binary interfaces from the applications and libraries, which are managed by operating system. So this is next, coming to an application binary interfaces. It covers facts such as lower level data types and call conventions, and it also defines a format for many programs. Mainly system calls are defined at this level. Moreover, this type of interfaces enables portability of various applications and libraries across operating systems, which employ the same ABI. Application programming interfaces is represented by the highest level of abstractions. This API interfaces applications to libraries and are the core operating systems. For an action is to be performed in the application level, API, ABI and the two which are responsible to make it done. Mainly CPU runs on the two privileged levels, that is in user mode and kernel mode. So user mode. In this mode, memory access restricted up to some limit. So whereas access to the peripherals is denied. It's coming to in kernel mode. In this mode, the CPU has instructions which manage memory and how to be accessed. It also has instructions which enable access of the peripherals like disks and network cards from one running program to another running program. CPU switches automatically. The expansions and applications of computing systems are simplified by this layered approach. Applications of multitasking and coexistence of multiple executing is simplified by this layered approach, which is an ABI. So the first can be made with a privileged and then non-privileged instructions. So privileged instructions is nothing but the instructions which are executed under particular restrictions and which are frequently used for sensitive operations. Now coming to a non-privileged instructions, these instructions which can be used with interrupting with another task, which is interrupts another task. Examples contains an all the fixed points, floating and arithmetic instructions, the instructions which are executed under particular restrictions and which are frequently used for sensitive operations. That is the instructions that is been which is used for an sensitive operations. These are privileged. Non-privileged are the instructions which are executed which can be used with interrupting the other task. This is non-privileged. So coming to in this ring 0, it is the most privileged and it is a right, it is most privileged. And ring 0 is most privileged and also in privileged mode. And ring 0 which is also called as an operating system kernel, right? Ring 2 it is also privileged mode. Ring 3 is least privileged because it is an user mode. Ring 3, right, is also called as an user application. So ring 2 and ring 1 which is also called as an operating system services which provide operating system services, and ring 0 it is an operating system kernel which is in most privileged mode. So application programming interfaces, that is API, right? An application programming interfaces is code that enables two software programs to communicate. An API defines how a developer should request services from an operating system or other applications and expose data with different context and across multiple channels. So this is about an API. So this is all about machine reference model. Thank you.